Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is now one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. He commands over $20 million per film. He's built a business empire worth hundreds of millions. But the road to success wasn't paved with gold. It was built through heartbreak, rejection, and relentless determination. The dark days. When Dwayne was just 14 years old, his world came crashing down. His family was evicted from their apartment in Hawaii. He watched his mother cry as they packed their few belongings. They had nowhere to go. They had barely any money to survive. For a teenage boy, watching your family struggle like that leaves deep scars. During his high school years, Dwayne got into trouble. He was arrested multiple times. Theft, fighting. He was angry at the world. He was heading down a dangerous path. But his mother never gave up on him. She told him he was destined for something greater. The football dream. Football became Dwayne's escape. It became his hope. He was talented, really talented. His raw power and athleticism earned him a full scholarship to the University of Miami. Miami was one of the top football programs in America. At Miami, he played alongside future NFL stars. He won a national championship in 1991. Dwayne dreamed of playing professional football. He envisioned himself in the NFL, making millions, finally giving his family the life they deserved. After college, he went undrafted, but he got a chance with the Calgary Stampeders in the Canadian Football League. Then came the devastating blow. After just 2 months, Dwayne was cut from the team. His football career was over before it truly began. He returned home to his parents' small apartment, defeated, lost. Rock bottom. $7. Dwayne checked his bank account. $7. That's all he had to his name. No job, no prospects, no plan. He fell into a deep depression. He questioned everything about himself. What was he good at? What was his purpose? At 23 years old, he felt like a complete failure. But in his darkest moment, Dwayne remembered his roots. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a professional wrestler. His grandfather, Peter Maivia, was also a wrestler. Wrestling was in his blood. With nothing left to lose, Dwayne called his father. He asked if he could train him. The wrestling journey. Dwayne's father agreed to train him, but he didn't go easy on his son. The training was brutal. Dwayne learned to take devastating falls. He learned to perform acrobatic moves. He learned to endure real pain. In 1996, he signed with the WWE. He debuted as Rocky Maivia, a combination of his father's and grandfather's ring names. But something went wrong. Wrestling fans hated him. They saw him as a pretty boy, someone who got opportunities because of his family name. At every match, thousands of fans booed him mercilessly. They chanted, "Rocky sucks." They chanted, "Die, Rocky, die." It was humiliating. Most people would have quit. But Dwayne did something brilliant. He listened. Instead of fighting against the crowd's hatred, he transformed it. He turned heel. He became an arrogant villain. He called himself The Rock. He trash-talked fans. He created electric catchphrases. "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" It doesn't matter what you think. The fans loved it. Within months, The Rock became the most popular wrestler in WWE history. He won championship after championship. He became a global icon. Hollywood rejection. In 2001, Dwayne was at the peak of his wrestling fame. He decided to pursue acting. His first major role was in The Mummy Returns. Then came its spin-off, The Scorpion King. But Hollywood didn't take him seriously. Critics dismissed him as just a wrestler playing dress-up. Casting directors told him he was too muscular, too ethnic-looking, couldn't act. Dwayne could have returned to wrestling. He was already a megastar there. Instead, he doubled down. He enrolled in acting classes. He studied film. He took smaller roles to learn the craft. He worked with acting coaches for years. He was determined to prove everyone wrong. His early movie career was rocky. Films like Doom flopped. Southland Tales flopped. But Dwayne never stopped improving. He analyzed his performances. He learned from his mistakes. He slowly built his skills.
The breakthrough. The turning point came when Dwayne stopped trying to be someone else. He embraced who he was. He leaned into action roles, roles that showcased his charisma, roles that showcased his physicality. Fast Five in 2011 made him a box office superstar. Then came Jumanji, Moana, Rampage, the Fast and Furious franchise. But Dwayne didn't just become a movie star. He became a brand. He built a production company. He launched a tequila brand. It became wildly successful. He created business ventures across multiple industries. He mastered social media and connected directly with millions of fans worldwide.
The man behind the success. Today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the most bankable stars on the planet. But he never forgot where he came from. He still talks openly about his depression, his struggles, that day when he had only $7. He uses his platform to inspire others who are going through tough times. He wakes up at 4 a.m. to train. He outworks everyone in Hollywood. And he treats every person he meets with respect, with kindness, from janitors to CEOs. The lesson. Dwayne Johnson's story teaches us something powerful. Failure is not final. When his football dream died, wrestling was born. When wrestling fans rejected him, The Rock emerged. When Hollywood doubted him, he became undeniable. Success isn't about never falling down. It's about what you do when you hit rock bottom. When one door closes, another opens. But you have to be willing to walk through it. You have to be ready to transform, to learn, to work harder than anyone else. Dwayne had every reason to quit. Instead, he became The Rock, and that made all the difference. Remember, your current situation is not your final destination. Stay ready, stay hungry, and never, ever give up.